Hey guys, Jay up here, and today I've got a pretty cool commentary for you. It's a spur of the moment kind of thing because we had a very good gameplay now. I've got a friend of mine here. He goes by Vorb, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Vorbed. I go by Corporate Nothing on YouTube and elsewhere, and yeah, I've been playing with J-Hub since Modern Warfare 3. Met him in a one of his open lobbies, actually, and we've been playing for quite a while, but we haven't really done a formal YouTube video together, so.
Yeah, and I
cool.
wanted to give a little bit of background on this video. On my screen, basically, I was made host, and if you didn't know, every time I am made host, I will be kicked within 30 seconds because my connection is horrible, and I don't understand why Treyarch decides to give me host so often. But I get kicked, but I managed to actually join back off of Vorbed and get on his team, and we just go ham. I think our final scores were like 69-1, and he went 61-1. But we actually had 4 swarms in one game. It's pretty insane. But what was your setup you were using?
I was using pretty much Marco J, shouts out to Marco J, setup class, Ghost, Hardline, Scavenger, Dexterity, C4, Smoke, which I've just recently started using, and I'm using the MSMC with Silencer and Fast Mags.
Which I guess I'm using something very similar. I'm using the PDW with Quick Draw, Silencer, and Fast Mags, but I'm also running Ghost, Hardline, Scavenger, but I decided to go with Extreme Conditioning because I was actually using Quick Draw. I really didn't see a point in using Dexterity because usually I only use Dexterity to aim down fast after sprinting, but since I have Quick Draw, there was no point. What were your score streak setups?
I think we're rocking the same exact thing. I've got VSAT, and here I'm watching a migrating host screen. I think you're synced up with me, or you're off in reconnecting world right now.
Yeah, if they see it on my end, you're basically seeing me in a party with 2 people who really aren't there, and I'm just going back and forth trying to wait for it to open up, and I'm sitting there hovering over your name, waiting to hit X, because at this point I'm kind of mad, and I really, really want to get back into the game, but how did you start off?
I started off, I got killed. Well, first to answer your previous question, I'm running VSAT, Dogs, and Swarm. Pretty much, get the, the drill. Everybody knows the drill. Get the VSAT, and it's just an endless loop from there. If you can win your gunfights and not have like the entire team spawn behind you. But I started off 0-1 because the guy's camping on the edge of the map with an M8A1, and he just locks onto me as I rush into their spawn. And from there on, I get a 68 kill streak, but I would say, I think I looked at the end, and here we see you reconnect. I get like 44 kills with my Dogs and Swarm, and the rest are, the other are 22 whatever kills are just gun kills.
Which is pretty good. I mean, us using Hardline helps speed things up a lot. I know I actually lost one of my Swarms. I could have actually had 3 in one game. I got my first set of Dogs, and I went to kill a guy, wasn't paying attention, and he came up from a prone position and killed me. Kind of pissed me off at the time. I know in the beginning of this game, I was raging pretty heavily because I shouldn't get host, and the fact that I got kicked, because I was actually like 50 points off of my VSAT already. I had taken the flag, done all this, trying to get it. And here we go into another host migration. It just seems like it never wants to end. But luckily, I didn't get host. But I just went ham, and I know you were going ham. Like, what was your route? What was your plan in the map?
I pretty much, I like to, the tactic I've been doing lately is to pretty much rush into their spawn, throw down a smoke grenade, and then rush a flank that's opposite, or that's to the side of the stun grenade. And, I can't really speak too much to any specific tactics once I push for my initial route, because once that VSAT is up, it's just carnage, I'm just gonna go, I'm pretty much just gonna look at the arrows, and wherever the arrows are, I'm going to try to get behind as many of those arrows as possible. And if I, like, my screen right here, you'll see my perspective in the link video that I'll make for this one. I pretty much just come up behind and jump on the flag, get my momentum going, get some points towards my streak, and go from there. But pretty much once the VSAT's up, I'm just going to shoot at anything that moves.
And if you notice something in the gameplay, we are bumping into each other a lot because we have very similar play styles. It seems like everywhere we go, we're next to each other, which isn't a bad thing, especially if we're playing kill confirmed. That way, we don't have to worry about the enemy camping, and we could easily take them out. I know in previous games, when we were running together, we would each save each other, especially if one was not wearing flak jacket or one didn't have tac mask. We would step up and take advantage of the people rushing us. And right here is where I get killed off of my first Swarm, but I actually managed to come back, and I launched my Dogs for some reason with like 40 seconds left in the game. But did you have any issues when getting into their spawn?
Well, yeah, the first route I run, like I said in the beginning, I throw down a smoke grenade underneath that kind of sniper perch at C, and it didn't cover the line of the line I was running, so the guy with the M8A1 just sees me. But after that, really, it was just a matter of making sure I didn't run in and accidentally get killed by my own swarm. Or right now, I'm in the corner between. It's like a sort of triangle shape between A and B, and the enemy tends to spawn behind there a lot. So I'm pretty much turning back and forth, just making sure that I don't get caught off guard. And the same thing with the little shack that overlooks A. They'll spawn in that corner, and once you have a VSAT up, it helps because you can learn the spawns. Like right here, I get on my perspective, a guy shoots me in the back as he spawns, throws a bouncing Betty at me, but I managed to turn around in time.
And we pull up here on the kill cam. I didn't mean to cut over you right here, but I wanted to point out the fact that I was spazzing out at this point in the game, and I actually managed to get the final kill cam, and Ryan over here was just spazzing out like, how did you manage to pull that off? Because he thought I had extended mag, and I didn't. I got lucky that I got a headshot right at the end, if you notice it. But it was pretty cool.
Oh, and the funny, just to go back, since we have a few seconds to downtime towards the start of this round, before another set of VSAT and Swarm. Oh yeah, speaking of which, to ramble and further digress, pretty much right here is where we start to negotiate. Okay, I'll call in my VSAT. You call in your Swarm. Okay, I'll call in my dogs. Okay, well I'm one off my set of dogs. All right, well call in your Swarm and I'll call in my dogs, and then yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like the dueling dragons thing I mentioned earlier, because you don't want your swarm killing your own dogs because it gives you some issues. So we decide every so often when we actually get our stuff at the same time, we'll call in swarm and the other will call in the dogs. That way we can have them rotating. Basically, one person will be clearing out the buildings while the other person is taking advantage of all the people actually in the wide open on the map. And right here, go nuts because the spawn is going crazy and my dogs are just tearing them up as his swarm is going nuts, and I actually managed to get I believe my first swarm at this point. I get my second one later on in the game. But how many swarms have you gotten to this point?
I think it's somewhere around 120 because I looked this morning, or was it last morning? It was like 116. I got about 1,000 kills for 116 swarm, and now it's probably around 120, 125, just based on what we've been playing today.
Yeah, it was kind of funny that at the beginning of Black Ops 2, it seemed like the swarm was the most difficult thing to ever get, but the more you play the game and the more you realize how much the objective can actually factor into getting those high kill streaks, it's pretty much insane, especially if you're playing Kill Confirmed. If you have seen a previous video from me, you'll notice that I actually got a swarm in about 45 seconds because of the tags. And just playing domination will help overall, especially if you're killing people while capping the enemy flag. That's 200 points per kill, plus the 200 from the capture. So I mean, kill 4 or 5 people plus the capture, you can instantly have a VSAT. So it's pretty insane. It's
really, really satisfying. I don't experience it too often because I'm usually playing a little bit, I would say passively, but more stealthily. But still, the most satisfying thing is to be on a flag and kill 2 or 3 people while capping it, and just have a paragraph of numbers popping up on the screen telling you capture kill, capture kill, capture kill, flag capture, and then right there you're at your VSAT or whatever you happen to be running.
Yeah, and speaking about paragraphs, I remember that game where I actually had double your kills, but you had double my points because you were using counter UAV, VSAT, EMP, and you were racking up points. It made it look like a book at that point on your screen.
Yeah.
From just
I recommended that class, and you adapted it to your playstyle, or not really adapted it, but you checked it out as well, and it really is great. Just counter UAV, VSAT, EMP. Once you get an EMP, you will get another VSAT, almost guaranteed. And just it feels like, I call it the Modern Warfare 3 support class, because you can just call an EMP after EMP after EMP, even more so than you would in Modern Warfare 3 if you're running the support strike package.
Yeah, so it's pretty insane. If you want to level up fast, try using that score streak setup, especially if you're a low level and you're a very good player, because it will help you out quite a bit. But the gameplay is coming up to a close now. I want y'all to go ahead and check out Corporate Nothing's channel. I'll leave an annotation on the screen and a link down in the description. Go check him out and see what he makes. You got any closing remarks?
No, shouts out, well, one thing, shout out to PFC Enter, it sucks that he got to be a little overshadowed, but he definitely pulled his weight. I saw him get a few, quad lightning strikes, and he's a really competent teammate, and I'm glad we've been picking him up lately. He's really fun to play with.
Yeah, he is a big help. But hope y'all guys enjoyed this dual com. We may do more in the future, especially if we get more beast gameplays, because we've gotten a lot in the past. But other than that, I hope y'all guys enjoyed. Now, 2 videos you probably missed. The one on the left is my double swarm on drone, and the video on the right is a quick double swarm on meltdown. A link to my Twitter will be down in the description in case you want to follow me or get into open lobbies. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Other than that, peace out.